Oh, I have all my
Thank you,
teeth are dental. All my teeth are fake. I had when I was
What happened?
I was born with a birth defect where I didn't have teeth.
Yeah.
Wait, every baby has that birth defect.
Oh yeah,
Well,
good point. What the hell are you complaining about?
I had baby teeth and they
Yeah,
didn't.
no, he almost got away with that, Michael.
And I couldn't walk. It was terrible.
Yeah, right? Yeah, oh, poor you. My pulse is totally moving, doing improving. How can we get back up? I've got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire, ready to take us to the top. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your mom is Jesus. All hail the King of the West. King of the West. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're here with
Our old friend, Billy Myers.
and PJ
Emphasis on old.
JP Puthenveetil.
JP Puthen.
I feel so loved.
JP Puthenveetil.
That's correct. That's close.
That is.
No, the
Puthenveetil.
Puthenveetil.
There it is.
Did I do it?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Puthenveetil.
Puthenveetil, that is.
It is pretty
French?
easy.
Indian.
Yeah, so close.
Deep down brown.
Right.
Puthenveetil.
I'm intrigued by people like you.
Yeah.
Biracial people.
Oh, are you? Are you? You're half
Yeah, I'm half Indian.
half Indian and half Caucasian?
Yeah.
Well, I just I was speaking about somebody with a similar background recently, where you go through life and people might assume upon first blush that you're like a white guy.
I'm a white. Yeah.
And I just think you have a really. Did you say a white?
A white. Yeah, I'm one of them. I mean, I'm mostly a white person. I like Indian people are kind of like the white people of Asian people. Like they're lazy. They don't have any real struggles.
I'm offended on behalf of everybody.
Yeah, I
fine.
feel like you got everybody covered right now.
Yeah, no, people don't think I'm brown or Indian, which is okay. It doesn't really affect me either way. Sometimes I get a lot of people ask me for a lot of job interviews because of my diverse last name, and they're really disappointed when I show up.
Because you're Puthenveetil.
Yeah, people will be like, oh, we're looking for diverse hiring, so they'll call me in for a lot of job interviews. I get like every job interview that I apply for and get none of them.
Right.
Because you don't look like
Yeah.
Yeah, they see the resume and they go, "Oh, this guy's gonna look great in our brochure."
Wait, so
Yeah.
did you just prove that if you're a minority, it's easier to get a job?
I think that's just, we know that, right?
I didn't know. I
think
don't
that's
work.
like proven.
Well, the cliche.
I'm a lazy white guy.
There's different cliches about what different kinds of minorities. An Asian last name might suggest certain things about you. For example, I think the typical experience of Black Americans is that they're less likely to get a job interview if they have a name that obviously telegraphs black.
I guess it depends on the job, but I mean, if you have a name that telegraphs black, is that like a Zimbabwean name or like a Nigerian name? Because most black people just have a regular American last name, right?
Well, yes and no. I mean,
Well, their first names aren't.
right,
That's
exactly.
true.
Yeah.
They've done studies where they literally send out the exact same resume with like John Smith and then a very.
And like Jamiroquai, just see what happens.
Jamiroquai is not a
Yeah.
black name.
I don't know.
I
That's what
believe
thought.
Jamiroquai has been unemployed
Super
since the
white
90s.
Yeah.
I'm new.
I would never hire Jamiroquai.
Yeah, you shouldn't. They're
Yeah.
trouble.
No, what? No, the musician.
Oh, is that a musician's name?
Wait, you don't know who Jamiroquai?
No,
How
I just
old
thought
are
it was
you?
a fun name.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was this
yeah.
guy. Oh man, you missed out. There's this guy, and he used to wear funny hats. White guy, right?
Okay.
And he did kind of like Justin Timberlake stuff before Justin Timberlake. And then he made a music video where he did a dance on a treadmill, and it was huge. He was huge, and he sucked giant dicks. He was really not very good.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was like, if you liked Stevie Wonder when he looked like Stevie Wonder, maybe you'll like a silly little British man in a hat on a treadmill.
So not a black guy.
No.
No,
Definitely
he's a
not
white
black
guy.
guy.
I think he's English.
Yeah, he's
I
English.
really
Super
thought that was a
English
black
white
name.
guy.
Oh wow, I was so off the mark.
He looks like
Okay.
he looks like a missing Wahlberg.
That video was cool
does.
as
Yeah,
fuck.
that's a
though.
cool guy. That's
He's
looks
like
like comfy
a
hat.
Wahlberg that didn't get like any milk as a kid.
Yeah, I know. He's in the back of the burger
He
restaurant.
was like a lactose intolerant Wahlberg.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
I got energy shots that are healthy.
Ooh.
Oh lord.
They don't have any poison in
Okay.
them.
Right.
Cool.
We're not saying that your brain doesn't work. We're just saying this could make your brain
I
work
don't think
better.
I would
I
have
am-
suspected
take
poison until you mentioned that there was no poison in them.
And then to make it even, I got donuts for everybody.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's that pink box right there. It has
Oh
little donuts.
shit, there's donuts?
Shout
This
out
is
to
neat.
Magic
What
Mind.
It tastes like passion fruit.
Magic Mind.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
It
I
is,
like
right?
it. There's
Yeah,
like
that's
layers of flavor. It's one thing when
Yeah.
it hits your mouth and a different thing when it goes
Well,
down.
there's-
And I like them all.
There's healthy stuff,
Yeah.
and then there's a hint of passion fruit to like help it go down.
Since
Ooh,
when
that's-
is passion fruit?
That's not bad.
Right? And
unhealthy.
wait till your mind gets it. Your mind's gonna kick ass. Yeah. Listen to this. Michael's gonna say something.
Yeah, Magic Mind is a mental performance shot. You are about to experience heretofore unparalleled levels of mental clarity. And there's a limited offer everybody can use that gets you exactly 48% off your first subscription. Not
That's almost
47, not 49,
Hell yeah.
48.
It's already kicking in, you guys.
Or you can get 20% off one-time purchases with the code Ellis at checkout. Claim it at magicmind.com/Ellis. Get it up, you.
Magic
It's not appropriate to eat
Mind.
donuts on the air, but I don't care.
Oh my god.
You want a donut?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't smoke marijuana, and ever since I stopped smoking marijuana, I do occasionally have some pretty strong dreams.
Oh, right. Yeah, sure.
I got a friend staying here right now, and she said before she went to sleep next to me that she has been known to sleep talk. Trying to think of one thing that they said that I'd be like, I don't want to hear that. Like, if you're unconscious and you're talking, I'm pretty intrigued, you know? I wanna know.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes on in there. That,
Yeah, because I'm like, why would you say that? You know, like even if it's a bad thing, I'd be like, why? I don't blame you. You're unconscious. You know.
yeah, and also
Yeah.
you get to kind of see what they're dreaming about a little bit.
I must eat you. That would be. I'd be like, oh, but still, I'd be like, okay.
Are there any things that a
Shoo
person
away.
could utter unconsciously that would be an actual deal breaker?
N bombs.
Okay, there you go. There's one.
Yeah,
You're
for
not
sure.
sure,
But if you
I don't
JP.
know. Okay,
If you say he's right, if you said it in a friendly way, you were like, yo, what's up, my N bomb? I'd be like, okay.
or if he was rapping. If
Oh,
he
that's
was rapping
different.
oh
a
yeah,
song and
okay,
then
yeah,
chopping
like it was
in
an
word-
actual song.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be
Let's do it
impressive.
Lil Wayne. I would be
If you got a verse,
Yeah.
that had the N bomb in it, but it was a good verse
You
from
were
like
on
a,
beat the whole time. Yeah.
What
That'd
about
be-
if it's a solid verse delivered credibly, but it did not have an N-bomb originally, and they just freestyled that?
Okay,
Just
then,
put it there.
then I'd be worried in the morning. Wait, but they said you were never gonna have teeth.
I didn't have adult teeth growing behind my baby teeth, so all
So
my
you did get baby teeth. At
I
one
got
point.
some baby teeth. Some of them were missing too, but then they just took.
So
them
how
all
long
out.
until? Because they had to wait for your head to grow to put in teeth, right?
Yeah, I had a shitty mouth till I was about 19.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was rough.
You had a couple of baby teeth.
Yeah, I had like 7 baby teeth till I was 19.
So you were a virgin for a long time, right?
I'm a virgin now, dude. I'm
Really?
asexual. Yeah.
Shut up.
No, that's me. I'm asexual. I don't have a sex
Wait,
drive.
you don't want a bone?
No,
What's
not
that
really.
like?
It's real. It's.
Do you
like,
get more done?
I get so much more done, and also, I'm lazy like everyone else, but I get a shit more done. But also, like, I don't know. I have my own things. I'm not like I'm interested in dating romantically, and I'd have sex, I guess. That doesn't sound. That's right, ladies.
Yeah.
I'd have sex, I guess.
Wow, that is really man. That is a turn on in itself.
I know, but like, I'm
Stop
not,
hitting on me, okay?
I don't have a sex drive, or like a very, very, very minimal one. Like I don't jerk off really. I don't do
But you have.
I have.
Was it
because
bad?
people told me? No, it was just. It was like.
Is it like ill? Do you regret it before you?
I'm not grossed out by it. I'm not scared of sex, but I just don't have like everybody talks about how they're horny, and so I don't really get horny. I don't. I very much don't like think about sex or.
Yeah, you just have an incredible. Okay, so you have a very, very low sex
Yeah,
drive.
and-
Can I ask the times that you have opted to what?
Sometimes there's just like a stress relief to it, but it's. I don't really.
But do you have a mental aid or do you have a mental image?
I guess.
When you see boobies, do you think hell yeah?
No.
You don't?
No, I mean, the things that will work for me, if anything, is like romantic stuff.
Okay, but
in
would you
movies, but not like
You
sex
are
scenes.
gay as
But-
hell.
I know, dude. I'm gay.
but like, would you off to
Romance.
men?
And wizards. I like wizards too.
What, do you like her or something?
Wizard. So you would jerk off to wizards.
I like magic. Wizards. will
Wait, you
do-
f***ed off to a wizard? Mm-hmm. A girl wizard?
No, I mean, just I guess not necessarily. There's a weird thing where like I'll be slightly interested in a wizard turning a man into a woman. That's like that's a trans thing. I'm also non-binary. I'm not gonna be trans, but that's like a slight sexual interest in people turning from like magically from a man into a woman. That'll like I don't know the right word. That'll get me somewhere, I guess, sometimes.
What?
Yeah, it's
Wait, you did
No,
a
I
lot.
Get
You did a lot of that fast. I'm
okay.
still like
Yeah,
trying to
let's
figure
go
out
through
how you got
it. Okay.
Okay, do the wizard part first, because I feel like I can understand the second part, where to me that is the little engine of a sex drive, because I can see the fluidity of the gender stuff is something that you find appealing.
Wizards into the equation because I'm super. I love trans people, but I would never be trans. I would never fully transition.
You
Mostly
don't
because
feel like you want to be a woman.
I want to be a woman, but only if it was done with like magic, snap of the fingers, everything's perfect.
Wait, you want to be a woman?
Yeah, if I could like do it perfectly, I'm happy with the way I look and the way I am. But if it could be like perfect, I would never want to go through the process of transitioning with today's sciences. But like,
You'd be happier as a woman, you reckon?
I don't know if I'd be happier, but I'd be happy. I would be. I mean, I'm non-binary, so I could kind of go either
Are
way.
you pissed you're a man?
Not pissed.
But a little bit bummed.
Sometimes.
You'd be like, man, I wish I was a woman.
There's a lot of times.
Even in this society.
Sometimes, yeah.
What makes it seem better?
There's a lot of stuff. I don't really
I
connect.
mean, you
with
wouldn't
a
have
lot
that
of
sweet beard. You know that, right?
People figured it. That's true, I guess. But I would also, I don't know. There's a lot. I mean, it's kind of just in my heart. I know. Like, I also like most of my friends are women. I connect with them more, and also just my whole life I've kind of known. But it's hard because it's hard to pinpoint any specific thing because there's a lot of men and women that aren't that different, and there's a lot of like similarities, and it's not necessarily about like their bodies. It's more or less like their journey that I'm more interested in, I guess. But I don't. I just kind of, there's something in me that just feels like I maybe would rather that.
Yeah, it's a gut conviction. It's something it's so core to you that it's kind of hard to articulate. I get it.
But I'm also like I'm not unhappy with how I am. I'm non-binary. I'm super happy with how I look, who I am, my sexuality. I'm comfortable with my own skin. I think I like the idea of wizards because if you could with a magic wand turn somebody into a woman, that's just like Band-Aid ripped off, you're done. But the idea of like going through the 5-year process of transitioning and spending all this money and exams and like I have some friends that are doing that right now, sounds truly like I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Ever.
None of this sounds
It's
crazy.
almost
to me.
like they're doing it because they really believe that they're the opposite sex.
They truly like have no other option.
Yeah.
Which I do. I feel like I can be in the middle.
Right.
Be
Because
happy
you don't
with.
really want to feel sexual.
Yeah, right.
that makes it
Sexuality's
easier?
not. Yeah.
I'm trying to get one thing right now. You're
you're-
putting a
you're
lot in my
killing it.
brain.
You're doing great. You're
Right.
you're in the ballpark for sure. I don't even fully know the answer to what I am. I'm figuring it out.
Yeah,
But-
because you're still pretty young to have all that in there.
Yeah, I was switching around stuff on my head. I grew up in a cult, so like grew up really.
What the hell? Man, they gave you so many obstacles. Holy shit, God, give the guy a break. I mean, wait, is the guy a break? Is that in...
God,
No, when I said give the guy a break,
that guy's fine. I also don't. I prefer.
am I supposed to
they.
say they?
If you want,
Sorry, man, I know that stuff. I've got friends.
you can do your best.
I didn't know.
I don't go down on people when they try their best. But if
Well,
as
you
long
won't
as-
go down on anyone. You're not into it.
That's true.
Who's got the energy, right?
It seems so exhausting.
Yeah.
Have you tried?
No, I haven't tried. I've never like. Why have you like? It's hard to explain. Like, have you ever wanted to? Like, if I haven't wanted to do something ever, and I like, why do it?
Rollerblade.
I would love to rollerblade.
See, I wouldn't.
Okay, so if you
I have
know,
no
if you never
interest
wanted
in
to
that.
rollerblade,
Right.
then why would you
Or wear
rollerblade?
Skechers shoes. I've had no interest in that.
Light
at
up
all.
shoes. Oh my goodness. Hello.
Let me ask you something, because there's
That's
this
Rumblebean.
Hello, Rumblebean.
there's this school of thought that I think is fairly well established that
He also has no sex drive.
Thank God.
so
Good
there's
for
this
you.
idea that we're all like everything that we do is driven ultimately by sex, right?
Not me, Michael.
And to an extent, there's
My
something.
life is ruined from sex drive, like completely.
That's what like
God
yeah.
damn right.
That seems to be the consensus of a lot of people, and it's also for, like
That's what my soul says all day.
it seems,
Right? No,
Why, Jason?
they're right.
Yeah.
You know, like
They are.
that's
it seems
JP's
like people
right.
fuck up their life so hard.
It's the better way.
Yeah.
When
So
I-
look, can you give me a magic spell
Well,
and make it happen to me?
Just start doing puzzles more. Just
Yeah,
start
that's-
reading and doing puzzles.
See, that's where, because that isn't that crazy? Because you like puzzles.
I love puzzles.
I hate puzzles.
Really?
Yeah, and I can't stop thinking about sex.
Damn.
Remember that
Yeah.
Nine Inch Nails song?
No.
Wait, it's sorry,
Oh, wait.
Korn. Remember that Korn song?
No.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot of people's fucking issue, and like I get
yeah,
it.
you know.
yeah.
Well, here's what I'm getting
Yeah.
at, though. So there's this idea that we all are aware of the obvious ways in which you're driven
Cursed.
by sex when you like stay in a relationship you shouldn't be in, or you stay out late when you should probably go home because you think you might meet somebody. But there's this, I forget the philosopher, but it's a very, very well established thing that it's like the reason why you bother to get a job is because you want to get some money and some prestige so that you will be attractive to a mate. The reason why you like comb your hair is because you're trying to be attractive to a mate. That sex is driving stuff that we don't even associate with sex.
Right.
So I'm wondering, have you noticed on more subtle, basic, day-to-day levels, the fact that you're not ultimately trying to pursue that, there's other behaviors that you don't really give a shit about that a lot of people seem to take very seriously?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I don't really go to bars ever. I mean,
you
I
drink?
There you go.
I drink, I smoke. I prefer to like hang out with people that I know, and I'll meet new people for the sake of doing it. But it's never like I'm never interested in meeting new people because like, oh, I might find somebody to fuck.
Right. Sure.
I have romantic desires. Like I'm definitely not planning on going through life single my entire life, and I'm not.
Have you had a romantic fling?
I have had people that I've gone on dates. That's like the closest I've ever gone.
But it would get weird when
kissed
you have
people.
romance with somebody and then they go, "Hey, let's bone." You're like, "I don't really want to do that," and they go, "What do you mean?"
Yeah,
Would you
we
settle
haven't
for a
crossed
puzzle?
we haven't crossed that bridge yet, but I think if I was like really into somebody, I mean that's the thing. I don't really know what will happen when I get there. I like to think that if I was really into somebody, it's not like I can't get hard. My body works, but it's like, I think if I was like really into somebody and like had things had gotten to a certain place, I could get myself there. But I honestly don't know. I don't know what that will be. I haven't gone there, so I have no
Yeah.
idea how that's gonna happen. But yeah, I have my own issues, but there's definitely none of my motivation is sex driven.
I don't think I don't think it's unusual. I think there's just more people that feel that way that would never claim that. Look, I think most guys have experienced a situation where you're maybe with a woman and you're like, cool, I want to have sex, and so does she. And then after a little while in the relationship, you're like, she doesn't really want to have sex. It's almost like she kind of never really wanted to have all that much sex. Many people
Yeah.
have been in that
I thought it was just
relationship.
because I was that annoying.
I'm just saying maybe some of those women are like, I'm really not all that motivated to do this, but clearly it's just, he's not going to stick around if I don't do that. Maybe if I do it for a while, I don't know, I'll figure it out after that.
Right.
Maybe some of those women are, it's because it's not, none of these things are cut and dried. It's not like they're asexual, like they
Right.
hated it the whole time. It was like, yeah, I did it with you like 8 times and I didn't feel like I needed to do it 8,000 more.
And also, I connect with people, and I can have feelings with people. So I would assume that if I had sex with somebody, I would never be able to have a one night stand.
Yeah.
But like, if I had sex with somebody that I really liked, I assume I would enjoy just being with them,
Right.
regardless of what the activity.
Sure, you
was.
just need a warlock to sweep you off your feet.
Yeah,
and
my
got it.
God.
Would you
That sounds
enjoy
lovely.
kissing, or is that?
I've kissed.
Was it fun?
Yeah, well, I've kissed a few times. Most of the time it was like at the end of a date that like I never really had an interest in. I've never gone on a date where I've liked the person. Most of the people I like are like, I haven't really liked anybody since high school that hard, because I closed myself off and I like focused on career or whatever. And also last time I liked somebody, because I was in a cult. And my parents were in a cult, and I had to
What
go
kind
all
of
this
cult?
stuff.
I actually
It was
forgot about that part.
Extremely, it was
I
an
haven't got to the teeth
extreme
thing either.
Yeah.
It was an extreme Christian, like, I don't know exactly. It was called Bayleaf, but it was an extreme Christian. It was a neighborhood where we weren't really supposed to interact with people outside of our church. And I went to the school was connected to the church, and like every extracurricular activity, like baseball, taekwondo, was all piloted by the church. They tell us who to vote for, like how to behave. And one day I liked a girl and then had an anxiety attack because I was about to ask her out, and then kind of blacked out. And I woke up in a car with my principal taking me to a mental hospital.
Jesus.
And then they like kind of they sent me in there, and I was there for like about a little over a week. And then after that, I was like, okay,
For
I'm
a
not
panic
gonna.
attack.
Yeah, I definitely didn't belong there. I was like roommates with a guy. I got pushed up against the wall. A shank was held to me. I was in there with like rapists, with schizophrenics. I did
For a
not
panic attack.
Yeah, it was absolutely did not belong in there.
And how old were you at this time?
I was 18.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even have my teeth yet.
How did that not get you a panic attack?
It was no, I was not doing well in the mental hospital.
Is this
it
fair?
was freaked
That's
out.
fair.
It was not good. I was upset the whole time. And then after that, I actually did ask the girl out, and she
The
said
same
no.
girl?
Yeah, and she said no.
Both.
And then after that, I was like, I
You
guess
went to
I'm not
prison and
I
almost
know.
got shanked for it.
Yeah, I know.
No.
And she said no to me.
Man, no wonder you don't want to have sex.
Yeah, I don't want to. I was just like, I mean, I don't really. I guess there's part of me like I'm working on opening myself up again. I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm.
You want to go out with a girl, right?
Yeah, I'm more interested in girls. I think I would date a guy if I found the right one, but I think on a surface
You got to
level,
watch guys. They always want to bone.
That's the thing.
They're
That's,
worse.
What's
They're
he really?
What
gay
about
people
what
seem
about
even more,
what about
like,
Morrissey?
Morrissey?
Yeah,
Like the Smiths guy?
yeah.
What about like would I bone him?
He's. I think he's fake asexual, but he claims he is.
Ooh, I mean, I couldn't. There's certain people I couldn't not fuck if they came to me, or if the opportunity was out there. Like is Morrissey alive?
Yeah, that's a fair
he
question.
is.
Yeah, I think if Morrissey came to my door and was like, "Do you want to have sex?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess, yeah." Probably.
Why? Do you like him?
No, because it's Morrissey, and I can't like not. If
Well,
I
hang on
lost
a
my
minute. You
virginity
just
to
said
Morrissey,
no.
I think that's.
How can you say no? I don't really like him, but it's Morrissey. So you respect him for what?
I think I like the Smiths.
Oh, okay.
I like
okay.
this.
So you do like him?
I like the Smiths. I mean, yeah, I've never like looked at his picture enough times to like know if I physically.
He
am
used to
attracted
be
him.
somewhat attractive, and now he's not.
He's got like poofy hair, right?
He had a pompadour.
No,
yeah,
most
like a weird
famously.
pompadour.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
I think he was a handsome young man, but he's kind of let himself go.
I mean,
recently.
I definitely have sex with him
him.
just for the story.
Who's
of it.
on?
Right.
Okay, who's your off the top of your head? Give me a couple of names that you just couldn't say no if they were.
Ooh, okay, yeah, that guy. Sure.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
show him now. Show him now. Yeah, there you go. Not so much now. Well, that one's okay. He's gay. He's a liar.
No, he's pretty much on that.
Oh, okay.
He didn't say it, but he said it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Self-loathing.
I guess Ryan Gosling is the obvious choice.
That's pretty basic.
He's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're
Beautiful
not
man.
mentioning girls? You realize that?
I don't. There's a weird thing where when I celebrity crush, it's usually guys, but when I local get to know somebody crush, it's usually women. But I think like in the abstract, when I'm thinking about who I want to fuck, maybe it's just me. I'm more comfortable admitting to wanting to fuck guys, and like when they're celebrities. I'm trying to think of a woman that I would.
Dolly Parton.
She's-
When she was young.
I didn't know what she. I've only known old Dolly Parton.
Show young Dolly Parton.
Yeah, see what young Dolly Parton.
Because she was cute.
She's still hot.
Agreed.
She's got.
I like the cowgirl.
I would
Yeah,
give
I don't
her
give a fuck.
a good going over any year she wanted it.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Okay,
you know, made of age.
interesting.
Made up. How about that?
I don't know. There's
Right,
a
fair
lot.
enough.
There's too much. She's just like I don't like big personalities.
Yeah, she's
Right.
almost she's always been like almost a parody of over the top.
So you'd be more of a Fiona Applegate? Is that her name?
No,
Just Fiona
there's
Apple.
When
Fiona
it comes
Apple
to-
and Christina Apple.
I don't-
Fiona Apple.
This guy is
So I don't think
scarring my arm.
So you can stop him. He'll break your skin.
Okay.
I don't think it's impossible that you could have an unconventional upbringing and then arrive at the sexual identity that you have arrived at.
It was like a
But-
nurture nature.
But
combination.
it's tempting to see a connection there.
Oh no, I'm sure there's a connection. I was taught that masturbating and having sex would send me to burning in hell, and I don't.
Oh, all right.
I don't believe in that stuff anymore. But there's a residual impact. On
Yeah,
that
just
kind of
easier to
stuff.
leave well enough alone there.
Yeah, and like I mean, there's definitely like in me. Like I'm sure if I had a sex drive, it would come out and I would feel it because I feel like anybody that had a sex drive that didn't have sex before they were 27 would be probably a lot more mad than I am.
Yeah.
And probably be very sexually frustrated. It doesn't really come out. I'm a chill fella. But yeah, no, I was raised to like not don't ever have sex. Like, my sex talk was with my dad. We went on a 5-hour drive to a Lego convention, and he put in 5 CDs that told me to never have sex until I'm married. It was like another guy talking that he put CDs in, and we just sat in silence listening to this, like, podcast.
So teeth.
Yeah, oh yeah, my teeth are gone.
There you were. You had no teeth until you were 19.
Right.
Did you get picked on?
Oh yeah, I got hardcore. I got like 80s movie bullied, like beat up, black eyes,
For
put
having
into
no
blackout.
teeth, people picked on you. To
I don't
the
know. It
point
was
of,
just the no teeth. I was a scrawny little nerd. But there was like
That's
teeth were a
still-
part of it.
But people put hands on you for being a nerd.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know who they are?
Yeah, I can list their names right
Like, do you
now.
want me to beat them up?
Dude, yeah, I can. Actually got hit by a semi.
Did he die?
He died, dude. It was dope. That
He's
was a
in
good
hell.
year. Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
He got
Your parents
high
aren't
and
gonna see
then
him.
got hit by a semi on the highway.
That's
Did you
what
like
you
go
get.
to his funeral and smoke a cigar?
I didn't. No, I didn't go to the This is
Pretty
the
cool
back,
if you
like,
did,
yeah, dude. No.
Here.
Yeah, like Robert De Niro and Cape Fear in the movie.
Hooray.
Just check out one of those poppers. Just
Yeah. Oh, party
blast some
poppers.
champagne.
People would love that.
I'm having a good time. This
Blow
is
up the
fun.
whole time his mum's having a speech.
Holding champagne.
Give her the light. Just like, we're done.
Top hat.
Yeah. When you got teeth, did things change the day you came to school with teeth?
I mean, there was definitely like, I don't know if it changed. I was never like a popular kid. I was never like but when I came and I had teeth, people were like, oh, you have teeth now. I
Did you
got,
smile a lot when you got teeth?
oh yeah, way more. I did not, I had like mouth smiles before teeth. I would like all the time, but
Yeah.
I also, by the time I got teeth, I was not being bullied as much anyways. Like, I had entered high school, people had matured. I got bullied a lot in middle school and before that. But when I had teeth, people were just like, whatever. And then that's like when the mental hospital stuff happened. So I got teeth, and then I got the confidence to ask somebody out. And then clearly that didn't work out for me. So,
But you were going to ask her out, and you were nervous, you had a panic attack with no teeth, and you went to a mental hospital. Then you got out, got
oh
teeth.
yeah, that was before teeth. No, so I did ask her out before teeth.
And then you asked her out with teeth and got denied.
No, I did ask her out before teeth too.
Right,
That was like a
okay.
little bit after, because I was 18 when that happened. I got teeth at 19, but it was like I asked her out a second time, but it was kind of a fake ask
With
out.
teeth?
Yeah, with teeth.
And she still wouldn't buy
I
it.
asked her to prom, so it wasn't like a formal ask out, but it was like, do you want to go to prom? And you just ask
And
people.
she said-
no, so that was.
Dude, what? You picked the wrong one.
I don't know. I mean, you can't just switch, especially when you're like an adolescent and emotions are so.
You just had it in for her.
Yeah, at the time, yeah, for sure. Dumb,
Do you know
dumb
who that
kid.
is still?
Yeah, I could
Don't say her name.
I won't say her name.
But you remember these people, it seems.
Oh yeah, I remember these people.
Do you have a good memory, or do you just have a memory for these people that screwed around in your childhood?
I have a pretty good memory of my childhood. Especially like before I started smoking weed, I have a pretty good memory of most of the shit that
How
went
old
down.
were you when you started to burn weed?
Pandemic.
Oh, so pretty recent.
Yeah, because I left my parents' cult in high school to go to college, but then I was still kind of I didn't really do anything in college either. Like,
Going from a cult to college must have been quite the transition.
well, I went to a Christian college too.
Oh,
And
so
like,
not much of a transition.
it wasn't much. I drank and like partied a little bit, but it
How
was.
is it in Christian college? Were they lying and did they all party and finger each other or what?
Not the people I was hanging out with.
They were abiding?
They were abiding. They would have sex once they got into relationships, but they
Right.
weren't.
What about
Nobody
in
I
the
knew.
butt instead of in the vagina?
I'm sure.
Because that never made sense to me. Like I
No,
was like,
none of it makes sense.
I was like, just boner, you know what I mean? Like stuff. Oh no, it's in the butt, so it's not. Yes, it is. You're fucking.
I think God would hate the butt more than regular sex. I think he would hate the rest.
I think
more.
he's pretty cool
I
on
think God-
both, but yeah, each to their own.
I don't think God gives a shit.
That's
about
what I
the
think.
Stupid, dumb things we do.
Agreed. I don't believe God is a person, and he doesn't even have a butt. It's like a thing, you know. Like Jesus, he was cool with butt
He
sex.
had a butt.
Yeah, but he was cool. He was
Jesus
down with the butt
pooped.
sex for sure.
Yeah, he
He
hung
was down
out
for whatever you wanted to do, man.
hung
was
out
like,
with
relaxed.
prostitutes all the time.
and they had it in the butt for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And it was like a relaxed vibe. He was like, he seemed like a good guy. It's just all the other people that made him look bad for the sake of money.
The Christians really took his message the wrong way. He was hanging out with prostitutes, like we should be, and then you're like, No,
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's like, we hate prostitutes. I'm like, the guy that started this was a huge fan, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he, like, ordered them. I'm saying he was cool with being their friends. Because that's the thing. If you have a job and you don't like that job, like, unless it's, like, a job where you murder people or, do really bad things to somebody, it's just a job. Like, and if it's a hard job, you should respect them and even more, let alone not less. Like, that just seems so harsh. Like, I don't know how hard it would be, but I'm assuming that having sex with people for money all day would be hard labor.
This is exhausting.
Especially
Yeah.
2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, you've angered the god.
Rumblebean did that.
Oh, you've angered Rumblebean.
Yes. Rumblebean's God.
Yeah.
Here
So
is-
we have a segment that we like to do, JP, when we make a new friend to help get to know this person.
Okay.
And it's just, we just ask you if
What
you...
more is there to know about JP?
Yeah, I pretty much laid it all out.
You
But
really
go,
did.
go for it.
These are less invasive questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We just ask, there's just things that are out there in the world that some people like and some people don't like. And we ask our new friend if they like these things.
Okay.
And then Jason and I compete. We try to guess
Okay.
if you like this
So
sort
you
of thing.
can't say whether you like it until
Okay.
we guess.
Got
yeah,
it.
try it. Poker face.
Yeah, poker face.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Do you like circles?
That is a good poker face. That was good.
I feel like I actually made him angry.
Yeah, but it's a poker face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
struggling
very
very hard to
convincing.
hold this.
High stakes, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon he does
Mm-hmm.
because circles are like, it's a shape, and shapes are like cool for like fitting into puzzles. Even though a circle must be very difficult to fit into a puzzle, but still, it's a
It's
shape.
a shitty puzzle that's got circles.
Yeah, but if you're an advanced puzzler,
Mm-hmm.
a circle probably gives you a bit of a boner.
Mm-hmm.
Metaphorically speaking, obviously, and they would be into that
Yeah.
because it's like a challenge. And he seems puzzles, math. Like numbers. He's a numbers person. I think he likes circles.
Yeah, I would go so far as to say that you like the number, like pi.
How many donuts have you had, Billy?
This is the third one.
I like you.
Good
dude.
for you.
I appreciate it
Billy.
because no one else is eating donuts, and I
Yeah.
bought all those for everybody.
Deep eating
My
on
brain's
years.
alert, and I'm just enjoying.
You do. You're
I'm
a
just
great listener,
enjoying
Billy.
listening to JP tell his tale.
Right.
Thank
So Jason, your guess is
I'm saying he loves circles.
Okay, and
I'm saying
sa-
not only does he think they're okay, I'm saying he loves them.
and I'm saying,
I'm looking for a bonus point.
and I am agreeing that you love circles.
That's cheating.
and it's totally cheating because when you got here right outside, you're like, I love circles.
Did I say
Yeah,
that?
you did.
Oh yeah, I did say that. Yeah.
What the hell
I saw the
made you say that you love circles
saw the
before you got in the
wheel.
studio? How the hell does anybody come up with that sentence before they get into the
I was
studio?
like,
That went right on the list when he said that. I was like, oh, this is a gimme.
have you asked people this before?
No!
About circles? Oh,
It's
dang.
the dumbest thing we've ever asked
I
anybody
like-
on
yeah,
this,
I love
on this
circles.
game.
And you know what? You were right. Sometimes puzzles do have like 1,000-piece puzzles have circle pieces, and it's the best piece.
See?
It's the best piece. I
need
will
a
get
bonus
hard
point.
for that piece. It's absolutely the best piece.
I've never even seen a puzzle in my life, and I assumed that would be a thing.
Sometimes
Okay.
there are circles.
Because how does it make sense? How does it fit?
No, it's just it. It's just like other pieces built around it. You put it in there. It's you.
This
It's,
was a circle.
yeah. Now it's not. Now you've ruined it.
That's me.
I love circles. They're perfect.
Point for Jason.
And me.
Where's the bell?
Doesn't matter that I cheated. I got it correct.
Yeah.
Does JP?
I drive a Mini Cooper, and the best part of Mini Coopers, if you've been in one, is everything in the car is a circle. Like the key,
Nice.
like the key's a circle. This is the key.
Man, no wonder people beat you up at school.
Yeah, I know, dude. It makes sense. I
'Cause
never.
I'm like,
Yeah, it's a good thing you don't want to get laid.
Listen, most of what I am works out for me.
because
Like-
how you're talking, man, it's really fitting in, you know? Like a circle in a puzzle.
Does JP like birds?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I eat donuts on the air. It's my show.
Fuck yeah, dude. Do it.
Because birds are similar to wizards. Because they fly. And when they open their arms, they got wings. And some wizards turn into birds. And wizards are friends with birds. Mm-hmm. I bet she likes hummingbirds. Good poker face, though. That was a good solid poker face, but I see the boner in his eye.
Yeah.
He loves
He's like,
hummingbirds.
when are they going to be done so I can start actually talking about the birds?
He's got a hummingbird feeder in his house.
Yeah,
His
I'm
apartment.
gonna say yes as well, and I'm basing that mostly on the fact that
If you think I love birds before you came in here, I'm going to freak out.
I'm gonna base that mainly on the fact that your Instagram bio line is "I quite like birds."
Did you cheat? Did you cheat? Did you
That's the
look
only
at
two.
it? Are you
Okay,
asking leading
that's the only
questions?
two.
You need to lose a boy.
I was already putting together, does JP like it, when all of a sudden I look at your Instagram and all it says is I like birds.
Yeah, I'm
and
pretty
then
sure-
you show up and you're like, by the way, I like circles.
Thank you, Miles.
Strike them from the
Yeah, this
list.
is
I
legit.
do think both of those count as a cheat. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't get points for cheating.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at my most recent post, it's a video I made about birds.
Get in there. Experience joy, Jason.
I could just keep eating them and talking about birds in circles, but I gotta stay composed.
Birds are great. They fly. I don't really understand people that don't fuck with birds. They're like,
I don't fuck with birds.
Why not?
Yeah, and you know what? You need to start fucking with them.
Yeah.
Because you need to cheer up, Buttercup.
No,
I think
man.
your problem is
I
because
see
you got a
too many
personal beef with
birds
birds.
gathered around in one place,
And
and,
doing
I
what?
don't
Doing
trust
what?
it.
Working
It's
together.
like-
That's right.
Did
working
you see
together,
the
being
birds?
friends,
Did you
collaborating.
see the movie The Birds?
No, I mean, I'm not gonna.
Fucking
Okay,
scares
that's
the
a
shit
movie.
out of me.
Little known fact, not real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Michael.
Their movies
Yeah, the
about
birds that
everything.
they taped to Tippi Hedren were fucking real, and they were scratching the shit out of that
They
lady.
were
And that's why
really
you don't tape birds to yourself.
They were really bummed. You know what? If I taped you to me, you wouldn't have a good day either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Animals
Depends
are
on
animals.
the day,
either way.
probably.
Birds.
If you were taped to the back of me, it might be all right. Not to the front.
No, that's
You don't want to see what I see, really.
Billy the baby Bjorn.
hanging out of the Bjorn, just like
I got freaking Santa hair in my face all day. Should be in this game because this guy's cheating.
I have
Docked
no.
a point.
I have
Thank
no.
you, Miles.
I have no. The first two were a joke.
Regulator.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting you to volunteer liking so many random things. So the rest of these are the real questions.
Okay, oh.
Does JP like theme parks?
Ooh, that's a tough one because, yes, because they're themed. But if the theme park has like an aggressive roller coaster, he doesn't seem like he wants to go really fast in a roller coaster because that could be scary. And he's a nerd. And nerds don't like seeking thrills.
But sometimes nerds do like finding things that seem dangerous that aren't actually, because it makes them feel like they're dangerous.
Yeah, but he's
Like-
got to believe that.
Like one time, I told my wife that I wanted to do something that involved flying, and she got me like a Groupon or something to go do this thing where you sit in this little like baby harness, and there's a little balloon thing, and you fly along a cliff,
Jesus.
and you just go back and forth along the cliff, and the wind keeps you up there. And like you do it, the first time you do it, you're like, "Whoa, am I gonna die?" And then after 10 seconds, you're like, "No, I'm not.
Is
I'm
it
just
like
gonna go.
fast?
I'm just
like
gonna
a,
go."
like a thrill ride, or is you just
No,
high
you
up?
literally were not attached to anything.
Oh, damn.
You're like in a balloon going around, but like like a parachute kind of thing. It sounds crazy. It sounds so dangerous. And
I'm
the
going to be like, this is gay, right?
and when the guy is like, "Okay, we're gonna push off now," you're like, "I don't feel so good about this because it's really
Yeah,
far down there."
yeah.
And then you just do it, and you're like, "Oh, like a child could do this."
Oh.
And
Yeah,
all
that's
the
bad.
guys that were coming in, I thought the most interesting part of it, because I was bored after like an hour, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't think that would have been possible. All the guys coming in like, "Yeah, it's pretty sick wind today. It's pretty good flying out there. Have a good time." And I'm like,
dudes.
"Oh, this is where people who are scaredy cats come
Fake
to
thrill
pretend."
like
seekers.
kind of
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you said theme park.
I did.
And if you love wizards, how can you not like a themed park? And is there not a themed park that doesn't have a wizard in it?
I don't know if Six Flags has wizards, but most of them. have
Oh,
wizards.
see, you can't say that.
That wasn't a tell.
I'm
just
gonna
answering your
based
question.
based on the fact that he runs shenanigans as a show. I would think theme parks
Oh
are
yeah,
pretty
he is a
up
thrill
his-
seeker. I've seen him do
He's
stuff where
he's the what we got
you're
in
the worst
trouble
one.
because he was spitting up fountain fluid at the belly room. He's a thrill seeker.
Yeah,
What
my
is-
bad.
What is
Yeah,
the
you-
distinction
He's
between
a man of danger.
What's the distinction between fountain fluid and water?
He poured a beer in his mouth and then was going.
I was trying to spit take it back into my
Yeah.
mouth.
Oh, like the Tiki Room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Oh, if
loves
you know the
theme
Tiki
parks.
Room, you love theme parks.
Yeah.
You did give it away.
The reset was awesome.
Do you want an answer?
Yeah.
I think we all think you like theme parks.
I do. I don't know if love. I enjoy it. I've had good memories. I will say until about a year ago, my friend Angie. You guys know Angie Stroud. My friend Angie had me come.
I love beating her at arm wrestling.
Yeah, she's,
It's one of my
she'll
favorite
get you
things.
one day.
Every single time she sees me, I saw her at the Riff Raff, and I was in the back of the crowd, and she came over and double hand arm wrestled me while I was at the table.
Did she win?
No, hell no,
Okay,
never
I
will.
like to keep hope alive, but
Yeah.
she had her birthday and we went to Six Flags, and the only roller coaster I've ever been on was Space Mountain, which is like easy. But then I was kind of with all my friends, and I didn't want to look like a pussy, so I just went on all of them, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I'd spent 25 years of my life just assuming that I'd
That
hate
you
roller
weren't a thrill
coaster.
seeker. Turns out you are
Yeah,
a
I
thrill
love
seeker.
it. It's awesome.
That's
It's
what's
just
up. Hey,
like,
don't leave me hanging. That's what thrill
Yeah.
seekers
Kind of feel like a bird flying through the
yeah,
sky.
it felt like I was a fucking bird.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
If you do the Spider-Man ride, Batman ride, you would feel, no, maybe it is a Superman ride. I don't know. But you hold you and you put your arms up and you'd be flying like a wizard.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to find that. I have to do these things.
the Superman ride at
I
Six
spent a lot
Flags?
of my life assuming I was afraid of things that I ended up I used to think I hated horror movies, and I started watching them. I was like, oh, I love these. I don't know why. I just got.
Yeah,
You don't
you're
like
kinda-
gory horror movies though, right?
I
You like scary horror movies.
I like scary horror movies. Certain gore. I like gore in action movies, but when it's like weird, intricate horror, like in like Hostel, when they cut the tendons,
Yeah,
like, I don't
I
like
don't like
that
that.
shit.
Yeah.
So that's
But I
got,
love Tarantino and like
What
body
Hereditary
explosions.
is not good for you, right?
I've seen Hereditary. I like Hereditary.
Oh, okay.
I like atmospheric stuff a lot. I like Hereditary.
right. I haven't seen the Hostel movies, but like the Saw movies, those are
Yeah,
frequently
yeah.
called they're torture porn.
Yeah.
It's not even really scary.
I've seen the first
it's just
one,
torture.
but
Hostel's
because that one's
worse.
good.
That first and second one were pretty okay.
I like the
and then
first
like
Saw.
the
What's
third
that?
one, Saw.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
those
No, they
first
lost the
two
plot.
were, and then the third one
It's
on,
like
it's just
Friday
like
the
what?
13th.
Yeah.
After the third one, they lost the plot.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just they.
It's like he dies and then he comes back to life from every single thing that would kill anybody. And now
Yeah.
it's like, well, then kill him. And there's no surprise when he sits
Yeah.
back up. You already set him on fire for like a day, and then he just got up and walked out of it.
Yeah.
He shot his brains out of the back of his head. He got up, he walked out of it. So now, like, oh, you stabbed him? Oh, I wonder if because he's going to come back.
I
Yeah.
know.
It's wizards, dude.
It
There's
ruins all the
wizards
fun.
involved in Friday the
Right, we
13th.
did a movie review, I think, right on one of the Halloween movies.
Jason might be a wizard at this point.
for sure.
Yeah, actually, definitely.
At the end, Jamie Lee Curtis decapitates
He comes back,
Mike
right?
Myers, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, if the main heroine comes back after 8 movies and decapitates him and you still make 4 after that.
Super glue, he's back.
Oh, yeah.
Bob's your uncle.
This is
Gorilla
pro
Glue
wrestling,
duct
man.
tape.
Yeah,
Word,
but if
you're
it wasn't
so
for
smart.
Halloween, Australia wouldn't have Halloween, so that was good.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You guys
I
got
think
the
maybe
holiday
ET
from that
had
movie?
something to do with it too, but still, Halloween, the movie, definitely gave kids in Australia a chance to get candy from strangers.
Okay, well, that's very
yeah,
important.
dude.
I don't know if that was a
Yeah.
good thing.
And nothing bad happened as a result
Yeah,
of
good
that.
point. Yeah. Razor blades in your cookies.
Never once.
Yeah, I know.
How would that even work?
It doesn't
I mean, can you
You'd
imagine?
have to bake
because
it.
you give them apples.
There's no way to get a razor blade. You would see where the razor blade went into the apple.
That's right.
If I got an apple as a kid, I'd just chuck it as soon as the
I'd
But
throw
they
it
could
right
have
at
somebody
you would
with
throw it at
razor blades
somebody.
in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, there's no way.
Even if
You
you
throw
were
it at your friend's face and
Yeah.
his head comes off. that's
That's
kind of funny.
Also,
even if your neighbor was
No matter
stu-
how you slice it.
if your neighbor was evil enough to put a razor blade in an apple and clever enough to close it off in such a way that you couldn't notice it, which is very unlikely and impossible in order, and then you decided to eat the apple and not throw it at your friend, even when you hit the razor blade in the apple,
I would bite it. I
You
would notice.
Yeah, I mean,
right
you
away.
You cut your tongue a little bit,
You
like
cut your gums.
yeah.
yeah. Which
You're not gonna swallow it. Like this is
No, I'm not eating
ridiculous.
apples and just gulping. Like that's a crazy way to eat anything.
It's also an impossible way to eat an apple.
Yeah.
Rumblebean, I'm going to put razor blades in the donuts.
You
Get
don't
off
need
them.
Donuts. You
They're-
don't need
Maybe
them
these people are
donuts.
just trying to teach kids how to chew. Maybe they're just like,
Nice.
we'll put razor blades in there so they know. There's like you
Speaking
can't
of
be swallowing
chewing, when
stuff.
you had no teeth, what'd you eat?
had baby teeth, and then I also had like, I hated them. I never used them, but I had like things I would put over them.
Fake teeth.
Yeah, they weren't like these though. They were like clear, and I'd put them over for like helping eating. When I had baby teeth, my baby teeth stayed in because there was nothing to push them out.
Right.
So my baby teeth stayed. Over time, they'd kind of fall out, but up until the very end, I had like about 7.
And would
I was
those
able to
bad
eat.
boys get through like a candy bar or like a
Yeah, I
pizza?
could eat most. I couldn't eat like toffee, but I could eat steak,
Right.
like chewy
okay.
things.
Toffee sucks. Anyway.
What kind of teeth are we talking? Like, what's that guy in the Goonies? Did you have like teeth like that?
Yeah, I think
Oh.
we were all picturing Sloth.
Right.
Oh, like yeah, I had like
It's like a couple hanging out with their big gaps.
yeah, they're such big gaps, but they were chiclets. They were tiny little babies.
Little chiclets with
Uh-huh.
big gaps.
Yeah, big gaps all
Gangs.
around. Like 4 on top, 3 on bottom. I
Man,
think.
you've seen some tough streets.
I had molars. That's the other thing. I had
So you could do something in the back with
I
them.
had molars, so I could get in the back.
So you had the tear up front just enough, and then you had the gnash. in
Yeah,
the
I
back.
have 3 real molars. They're still in my mouth.
Hell
Everything
yeah.
else is fake.
Shout
I
out
could
to those
figure it
3.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a lot of work in those youngin' years.
Well, you guys saw the bridge collapse, right? That was
Yeah.
caused by some sort of
Oh, I didn't see
technological-
that. What happened?
Oh my goodness!
A boat hit the bridge and the whole bridge went tumbling down.
In Maryland, cars
Really?
fell off.
Oh,
the
cars fell
bridge.
into the-
It was yeah, it was a big one of these like they were bringing. I think they're going to Sri Lanka. It's like a huge cargo boat with all those cargo containers on it, and they lost control of it. It wasn't like a
Who
human.
was driving?
It doesn't seem like a human error kind of thing. It seems like the systems went down.
shit.
Yeah.
I think
Fuck.
a few people fell
Oh.
off. A few people were on the bridge when it hit.
Yes,
Well,
cars.
goddamn.
That's a big fuck up.
I think
Anybody
they.
die?
I think they actually did. I believe manage to pull some people out, which is the miracle. But no, people certainly died. The water's really, really cold there too.
That is
Are all bridges like that, or are there
No.
bridges that's a bad bridge?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I mean, you're asking a guy that's guessing, but I think that went down way too easy.
I think so. That was like
I thought you were a bridge.
like
expert.
Lincoln Logs.
I
That
am,
was-
Miles. Thank you for bringing that up.
That thing
As
disintegrated.
as the bridge expert of the Jason L show, that is a bad bridge, you
There's
guys.
so much room for it to have
Thank you.
not hit that pole. Like there's so much space
Yeah.
it could have gone.
Yeah, not to mention like how many feet before you were like, it's going right for that thing, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the point. Is that the person who was in control of it was not in control of
Yeah.
it.
What were they
And-
doing on Smoko?
it's just like
That's what it was, right? They were on Smoko.
I think it
Well, they're
basically,
fine.
it basically had a mind of its own, and they were
Okay,
unable
yeah.
to steer it. Yeah,
Oh.
because I don't even know if it was supposed to go under that bridge.
oh really?
Oh, it should have even been going
I
in
don't
the direction.
don't quote me on that, but there's like various waterways there. Like it would.
Not that way.
It wasn't because I don't think that's not like a bridge that goes up
no, it
and
was
down.
a
I
bridge,
don't
but it
think.
had a lot of space to not hit the
Yeah.
foundation of the bridge.
But more importantly, do you like mustard?
That
Don't
is
tell
important.
me.
Okay.
Back to Pokerface.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah, see, mustard is...
I love your poker face. It's so good.
It is. It's edgy, you know, because Mustard is... He could be a guy, and don't take this the wrong way, all right? But you could be a guy... Sorry, you could be a person that has some picky eating.
Yeah.
You're a picky eater. You could also not be. I'm just judging this off being into wizards. Being into wizards, like really into wizards, could be, you know, like I don't like certain vegetables. You know, but then he had no teeth, and now he has teeth, so you'd want to chew everything. But condiments have always been available to him. There's never been a time where he couldn't down a condiment.
At times they may have seemed like his only friend.
Right. But now it could be he's
Needed
like
the
"Look at-
lubricant."
Look at me, I can chew anything.
Right.
So I don't even need a condiment anymore. So screw you, Mustard.
Yeah.
He's definitely a ketchup guy. Because he likes French fries. Good poker face.
I could easily see vegetarian, vegan, which would figure into this.
See what I mean? You're being disrespectful, but
don't
it's
know about that.
no, because it's like you think because he's a bit of a nerd that he likes nerd food.
Not necessarily.
A lot of nerds don't eat healthy,
True.
and mustard is like people that like mustard like sausages. I could be wrong there, but mustard is a, like a mustard in a hot dog. He just doesn't look like a person that wants hot dogs with all the things on it.
Yeah.
He looks like they look like they want a hot dog with one condiment on it.
And that condiment, in your opinion, is ketchup?
Yes, it is.
So you're saying he doesn't like mustard?
I'm going to say that he doesn't like mustard.
See-
I think he likes honey Dijon, but does that count?
We will
Are
strike
you
the
talking like yellow classic
Yellow.
mustard?
Yeah, or brown mustard. No, if
He
you
definitely doesn't like brown.
If you're just like, I hate mustard, but I fucking love honey mustard, we'll strike the question.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's not fair.
I don't really know what to do with
Because
that.
honey mustard is not fair.
See, to me, the whole answer here, it's not about do you like mustard, it's do you hate mayo? And I have a feeling that you do not like mayonnaise. And so often you reach a fork in the road where it has to be one or the other. And
It does not. You can hate both.
I hate both.
I
Okay.
hate both.
I find very many people who will do mustard. It's because mayo is just a bridge too far for them. I agree that you like ketchup. I've never met a single person who hates ketchup. It's kind of a weird position to hold.
Agreed.
But I think there's a chance that you could be vegan or have gone through a vegan phase, in which case mustard is one of your only friends.
I'm gonna guess he's indifferent.
And
to
I think I
mustard.
could also just see you being a stick to the basics safe eater. And also, I'm none of the things I just mentioned, and I like mustard.
I think he sees it like sex. What's the point?
I think you like mustard. I think mustard's okay.
I don't.
What do you think,
I don't
Billy?
care.
He doesn't care.
I don't care.
Indifference.
I'm not a picky eater. I will eat pretty much anything. And hot dogs, I like fucking stacking up a hot dog.
All right, well then I'm wrong.
But I don't care about mustard's not like. I don't have feelings for
Billy got it
mustard.
right.
But Billy said he didn't like it.
I said
Billy
he's
said he didn't
indifferent.
care.
I said he's
It's
indifferent.
All right, well, Billy gets
I'll
half a
say
point.
as far as my like condiment rankings, like it goes the big three. It would go like mayo, ketchup, mustard.
That's fair.
Mustard's last.
But I like them together. I
What
like
about
all of them
relish?
together more than separated.
What about relish?
Relish is fine. Relish is fine.
What do you like more, relish or mustard?
Mustard. I think if I'm getting a hot dog, I'll do all three things and onions.
Yeah.
It's like a basic hot dog.
You and me
Okay.
are in the same place on condiments.
Yeah, I'll do it all. I mean, they were made. I like getting food the way it was intended to be eaten.
Huh.
Like whatever the chef or hot dog salesperson makes and says is best. Whatever the picture is, that's what I want.
Okay. Then I would classify that as somebody who likes mustard.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like mustard.
But does he like vampires?
Hell yeah. Good poker face, but it's too late.
They're kind of like wizards. They've got teeth.
Vampire, yeah, they're mystical.
Uh-huh.
They are at theme parks. They've got some pretty sweet teeth, and he loves teeth. Yeah, vampires are romantic,
Yeah, right.
and they don't
That's the
play.
part that makes me think he likes.
They don't play that they
vampires.
want to bone a lot. I mean, some movies play that they
As
want to
the
bone a lot,
romantic
aspect.
but that's just like to sell tickets to people like me. But really, vampires are way more about the romance than the bone.
I don't know. I always felt like the whole going in for the neck thing was pretty clearly a metaphor for that is the sex.
Oh, I thought it was because they wanted blood.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
like they're motivated to physically seal the deal with people, not just write them love letters.
Well, yeah, but when they love somebody, it's very romantical because
No,
they'll
you're
like
right. No, I think they're both romantic and sexual.
they'll love a guy.
Is that 5, Billy?
This is 4.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just checking in on Billy's donut journey.
Yeah, no, don't give up, Billy. You've got this.
Hey man, I'm just a spectator today.
You're doing a great
You're
job.
doing well.
Anybody out there, have a shot for every donut
Yeah.
Billy has. See if you can't get wasted on the Jason
This
Tully
week's
show.
episode brought to you by diabetes.
Oh, is that the end? Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I think we all know you like vampires.
I do like vampires. I like the Victorian like Dracula
Yeah.
I like vampires as villains.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't necessarily. I mean, I've never even seen Twilight, honestly. But I just don't feel like I.
Twilight's
vibe
not a
with-
vampire movie.
Yeah, or like
Twilight's for douches.
Yeah, I don't like Twilight. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume I wouldn't like Twilight.
Have
Any
you
of
seen
those,
Interview with a Vampire?
No, but I think that's the kind
Have
I
you
would
seen?
like.
Well, then you know what you need to see: Interview with the Vampire TV show.
Is that good?
It's better.
Oh, really?
It's the
Okay.
first time I've ever seen a TV show that beats the movie.
Okay.
And there's like this thing behind it where the lady that wrote Interview with the Vampire, the book, is like there's more realistic stuff in the TV show than the movie, because when the movie came out, we couldn't handle the gay back when that came out, so they changed it to be they're not as gay as you think they
Now
are.
they're
They
super
kind of
gay.
like each other, but in the actual book, they're full on homos.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then in the TV series, full on homos.
Okay. Okay,
Fuck
cool.
yeah.
I'll check that out. I like that kind. I like What We Do in the Shadows. That's a fun one.
That's a good
That
one.
is fun.
But like anytime like vampires are like actual monsters, I like that. I
Yeah,
don't.
me too.
Or
30 Days
Blade
of Night.
or Blade. I like Blade. Blade's
Blade's
dope
pretty
That
as
was
fuck.
fun.
Blade's less vampire-y and more
Superhero.
stupid,
yeah.
but it's still fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a ball.
Nosferatu's freaky. He's like. I do think they need to be a little bit sexy.
Agreed.
A little bit sexy. Have a cape at least.
Yeah, I think
I like
being
a cape. I'll
Okay,
respect it.
sophisticated and less barbaric is a vampire's swagger.
Yeah.
Like
for
Sesame
sure.
Street.
If
The
Kiefer,
Count?
That's a good one. The
Yeah.
Count's a classic.
He's pretty
right
cool.
there.
That's a good one.
He should
he's
stop.
very hot.
Yeah.
Out of all the puppets, he is
He's pretty sexy.
Who's the most fuckable Sesame Street character?
the
Big
Count.
Bird. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Does your opinion really count? I don't think so. But yeah, you should say Big Bird.
I think it matters a lot, actually.
I mean,
makes-
okay. In real,
Snuffleupagus is the one that's going to give you a good going over.
I just do think that Big Bird is the only. Is there another tall one? I feel like if you don't,
Snuffleupagus is the biggest.
maybe Snuffleupagus. I just think if you fuck any of the short ones, it's gonna feel like
Yeah, no,
it's gonna
say
feel a
don't
little
say anymore.
raw.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Come
know.
on.
He's right.
Bert's like in his mid-40s.
But he's
Yeah, but
you
He's a
can't
man.
take. You're gonna fuck Bert with Ernie right there, like.
if I do Bird, I'm doing Ernie.
Yeah, I'm
you're
not
doing
sure-
both. I guess
they're
you
a
do both.
pair.
I'm not
They
sure
come
Ernie's
as
gonna have a
They
problem
feel
with
like
that.
adults. They feel like
I
adults.
think Ernie will just be
I'm
thankful
pterodactyl
that
him.
you. I think Ernie will just be thankful that you gave him the night off.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna fuck that number 8 puppet.
The number 8.
Yeah, it's just got 2 eyes right here and then 2 fucking holes. Have at it.
Hey,
If
he's
you're
be
just
packing.
fucking a puppet.
I mean, Miss Piggy. No,
She's so
but I only
mean.
want
I
to hate
don't-
fuck her, you know?
I
Yeah.
also Miss Piggy feels like she'd get really attached. In
Yeah.
the wrong
Yeah, that'd be
circumstance.
terrible.
Yeah.
She's got some codependency.
Late night
as
text
she
from Miss
sees.
Piggy. It's like, bitch, give me a break.
But then she also knows she's an MMA fighter too, Jason. She could be the one that takes you.
It defeats me.
Yeah, she's
might
got
be okay
some
with that
power.
then.
Yeah, Miss Piggy will take you down.
Yeah. Now, the Hiya does look pretty sexy.
If Kiefer Sutherland in Lost Boys
Okay,
shows up at your house and is like, "Take me now,"
it's vampire. Keith
it's
or
he is
Yeah,
he is a real vampire.
I think I'm not like. I think yes, because I'm not.
Appreciate your honesty.
I'm asexual, but I'm not like my virginity to me isn't sacred.
Yeah.
But I would like not to lose it on a whim.
Okay.
So if I like a fucking famous person or fictional character came to my door, I'm like, this is a cool enough reason to lose it right now. That or like having a lot of feelings for somebody.
But you'd prefer dinner first.
I think I would prefer dinner first.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like if I'm losing my virginity to a vampire,
Yeah.
I'm like that's something to talk
If
about.
it's
a
Miss
good
Piggy,
story.
I would prefer to not have dinner first.
No, absolutely
Just
not. It'll
bone.
ruin the meal.
Yeah, it's kind of a turn off. No, but Kiefer will like bring you back to the cave. He'll let you share the blood wine bottle.
How old is he in that movie?
Oh, he's
28?
Okay, then we're fine. I feel
easily mid
he's
20s.
he's one of the old, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, you don't have anything to worry about.
I think I'll be fine. Yeah.
He sure
What
does.
about if Ross shows up at your front door and he's really Ross, not David Schwimmer, and he's like, "Oh, I
Ross
really
is
want you to
so
like, be my friend. I want to be your
annoying.
first."
He's
the
so
worst.
annoying.
The monkey
can't-
can come too. Like,
can't
he
do it.
can't talk you into it.
I'd rather
man.
fuck the giraffe he plays in the Madagascar.
Yeah,
movies
Melvin?
than
Yeah, I'd
David
fuck-
Schwimmer.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Well, that segues into my next question. Does JP like zoos?
No. And it's because he's a wise man that knows that animals are sad in the zoo, and he does not support zoos.
I think he fucking loves zoos.
I think you recognize the drawbacks, and it's not as much fun as it was when you're a kid, when you're not thinking about, do these animals really want to be here? Why are they all sleeping all the time? Are they clinically depressed? Boy, I'm smelling such a potpourri of different animal shit smells. All of that having been said, look, it's a fucking giraffe. Look, it's a fucking gorilla. Look, it's a fucking
Crying.
zebra. Yeah, zoos are cool.
I fucking love zoos.
Ah,
say there are shit zoos that shouldn't be on the map.
Absolutely.
There are good zoos like the San Diego Zoo, New York Zoo.
Yeah, right.
I will say I
There
love
is
zoos
so many people
so
in the
much.
San Diego Zoo that are crying to be let out.
Did you
I
ever
love-
go to the Santa Barbara Zoo?
I've never been there.
Oh, you love
For
it.
my birthday 2 years ago, me and all my comic friends did a bunch of shrooms, spent a day at the San Diego Zoo, best time of my life. I just did a show, and I just did a run at Madhouse in San Diego, and I do jokes about zoos because I love them.
Wow.
And somebody from the San Diego Zoo came up to me after the show and was like, you have free tickets for life. I have free San Diego Zoo tickets for life now.
Good for
it's
you.
the best thing I've ever gotten from this job. But like, yeah, no, I love zoos. I love animals, and there's definitely a part of my soul that knows that zoos are problematic. But
Right.
I do like looking at them.
All right, Jason has lost the lead. It is a tie now between Jason and Tully, and Billy's on the come up.
I feel like I shouldn't even bother asking at this point, but does he like unicorns?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you like animals and you like mythical warlock shit, you
Yeah,
gotta like
not
unicorns,
a
right?
unicorn. They're great.
I don't really like unicorns.
What's there to like? What
Why-
is there to
why?
not like about a unicorn?
What's there not to... Right.
That's ridiculous.
They're like the
That's so-
basic bitch.
Do you hate horses?
No,
Then what
But
the
you
fuck
don't
is
like
your...
unicorns.
they're just. I mean, this is informed by the fact that my 5-year-old daughter loves unicorns.
Yeah, so maybe you've seen too many. Is that your problem?
They're just annoying. Like I think I was always really tainted by. I know this is not rational, but when I was a kid, when the Barnum and Bailey Zoo unveiled a real unicorn and brought it on tour, and they did commercials like, "Come see the real unicorn that we
Did
found."
They
in
just
the
glue a horn to a horse.
No, I think they had something that had 2 horns, and from the time it was a baby, they just pushed it together and then swirled it like soft serve.
So it wasn't even a horse?
It was no, I think it was like some kind of
Like a deer kind of thing?
kind of a weird mountain goat pony thing. I don't know. I don't think they stuck
that's-
something on.
That's fucked up.
but it definitely came out that animal did not want to have that uni horn.
I hate that.
I just think they're super overrated.
Yeah, right. You know they can make rainbows and run along them to like other places.
Now you sound like my daughter.
Their
I
horns
appreciate the compliment.
Yeah.
have healing powers.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
And they shit jelly beans, and I don't know. It just
They
doesn't.
do not shit jelly
They
beans.
don't.
They're
shit
just like
jelly
they're
beans.
like the animal equivalent of like
That's bullshit.
stickers.
But if they did shit jelly beans, that
That'd
would
be
make them even
fucking
cooler.
awesome.
That would be cool.
That would be way better.
It's not a poopy; it's a jelly bean, right?
I think
Yeah.
the My Little
You just eat
Pony
it.
as adult
Yeah, that'd
entertainment
be great.
phenomenon has
I
kind
don't
of
need to
turned
get
me off of
Postmates
unicorns.
anymore.
Yeah.
You
That's
don't
been
like my-
around since you were a kid.
What?
My Little Pony.
Yeah, but it didn't used to be socially acceptable for grown-ups to like it.
So Jason thinks yes to unicorns.
I don't think yes. I know yes.
Billy,
No, I think I know. I'm saying I don't like unicorns all
But
that
you think
much.
I do?
Of course you do.
What do you think?
I think you do.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
yes. I think unicorns are kind of like vampires as far as fiction, where there's some really fucking gay unicorns and like there's some cool unicorns,
Yeah.
but also across the board. I also think if unicorns existed. Well, like, we don't know, but probably not.
We don't know.
We haven't seen it. We don't know what's at the bottom of the ocean, but
A dead unicorn, you think?
maybe. I don't, but like, if there was a literal animal, no matter how rainbowy and gay it was, if there was a horse with a horn that was running on rainbows and pooping jelly beans,
And it had wings, right?
we would all love it.
Yeah.
We would
Yeah.
all be obsessed with that thing. We like platypuses.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty
Like,
much a unicorn.
Yeah, they're weird as
Narwhals.
fuck. They
like a-
they sweat milk, and they're like
Yeah,
It's true.
it's true. And they got this weird little claw on the back of one foot where they can
soup poisonous.
give you
Yeah.
poison.
Yeah, people.
And a duck's bill. And they're furry. And they swim in the water.
Did I say I don't like platypuses?
No, but I just
Seems
say,
like
but
it seems
they're-
like you're the kind of guy that wouldn't.
Seems like you hate fun in
I was saying
nature.
if platypuses were fictional, I bet they'd be pooping jelly beans too.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. I think entertainment has twisted what is probably a dope animal.
Wait, you think that they might
I don't
have
think
actually...
twisted, but they've done the same things that.
But you think they might have existed?
I don't know. I don't like to be sure about anything like that. I like to believe. Probably not, but I like to believe that they might have.
I think unicorn mythology started based off of somebody saw like a rhino or something.
Yeah, I mean, or I don't know. It's also
Or they
unicorn-
could have been a deformed horse.
Yeah.
That's right, because unicorns
somebody
are one
was
of those
born with
mythical
some
creatures
weird
that
thing.
don't.
Had like a
Doodle.
small, like a
Yeah.
long bump on its head.
And then stories.
As far as just a horse with a horn, it's like that's That's not
What about a real
wild.
big deer that had one antenna thing?
Yeah, I mean, that's for sure out there.
Could have been a deformed moose.
I was going to say, there you go. Mooses are horses.
Yeah.
I mean, narwhals exist. Those are whale
Nightmare-sized
unicorns,
horses as
Yeah.
well.
which is almost weirder.
True.
Agreed. Narwhals are
No,
weirder
I brought
than...
narwhal. Yeah.
And that's a thing that exists.
Yeah.
Horned fish.
Yes, and I
That's
like
a tooth, too. Their
Yeah.
horn is a tooth.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I like narwhals.
Then why do you
sure?
hate
Yeah.
unicorns?
Yeah, then what's your beef?
Is this because your daughter?
Don't say you don't like unicorns. Say you don't like your daughter.
You don't like your daughter's taste, is what you're saying.
They're just kind of they're a little too on the nose. They're a little too basic.
I get it. My son has a weird haircut right now. It's
I
not-
get that.
It's not cool.
How do you feel about PCP? If you're the kind of guy who would take mushrooms and go to the zoo with some friends, I'm going to say you might have dabbled with angel dust.
Really? Really, Michael? You think it goes mushrooms PCP?
That's a very short ladder.
Yeah, we jumped hard.
That's a
PCP
lot
is
of
aggressive.
jumps.
And
PCP's angel dust PCP is the same thing.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if
no,
you-
they haven't. They just asked what it is.
Yeah.
I was not sure if there were any other street names that I would know it by.
Just in case you've done it.
Just in case I've done it.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Don't think he's done it.
Unicorn cum.
Honestly,
my
not a
morning
bad name for
Yeah,
PCP.
I like
Yeah,
that.
it's a better name than whatever
Yeah.
it's got right now.
Angel dust or whatever. Yeah. Unicorn cum is way better.
Yeah, my vote is no. They don't like PCP. Good question, though.
I think they do it.
I think you're addicted to PCP.
Oh, yeah, I'm on it right now, dude. I'm seeing stars. Yeah, I've never done it.
Would you?
Maybe I've done DMT.
It's not the same.
I
dude.
yeah, I don't know.
I've
I don't
done
have
it.
a barometer for what it is. The craziest thing I've done is shrooms and a little bit of DMT, so I don't really know what it would. I've never done acid either. So. Is
yeah.
PCP a hallucinogen? What is it?
Nah. Gives you superpowers.
Okay, well,
You can lift stuff that you can't lift, but
That's
you'll be
pretty
sore
cool.
the next day for lifting it.
okay, well that's
Because you like rip your muscles.
How long does it last?
Well, it depends how much you do, but 4 or 5 hours of like tripping fun.
Ooh, if I had some friends together, I think I would do it. I don't know, but I've had some bad shroom trips though, so I'd be a little wary.
You don't get bad PCP
You don't?
trips.
Okay.
Nah, it's
All right.
more you're just real high.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'd try it out. I don't, but probably for the question, no,
Yeah.
because I've never done it before.
Hey, I wouldn't do it now.
Now,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay.
No way.
Did anyone give a yes?
No.
No.
oh yeah, I don't scream PCP.
You never know with people.
I mean, I'm wearing a.
Honestly,
dumb
most
shirt.
of these questions I wrote before I met you, and
Even
then
the
once
bird and circle.
no, those
and
I
zoo
obviously
one?
met after.
Cheater question.
No, the zoo was in there.
Fucking
Yeah, the zoo was in
cheater
there. I love
questions.
zoos.
Zoo was in there, but I threw out so many, like just in the first 3 minutes of our conversation with you. Like I
Yeah.
wanted to ask what you thought about strip clubs.
Oh,
I think I know the answer.
yeah.
I wanted to ask what you think about male, female threesomes in porn. I think I know the answer.
Yeah.
I want to know what you thought about hairy vaginas. I think I know the answer.
I've only seen one porn in my life. I watched Kim Kardashian's sex tape and threw up the moment I saw Ray J's dick.
It's not porn.
It's not. Yeah, well, it's a sex tape. I guess it's not porn, but
You threw up when you saw his dick.
yeah, I was.
Are you a racist?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I told him. I met Ray J and I told him.
Really?
Yeah, I told him that I saw his dick and threw up. He was like, he laughed. It was pretty cool. It was a pretty big moment for
Probably
me.
doesn't get that a lot.
Yeah, I don't think so. I thought that's what I want to tell him. Like, oh, I'm not. I didn't say I was a fan or anything. I just
Is that
said
the
I saw-
first thing you said to him?
Yeah,
Awesome.
It was at the Comedy Store. I just went up to him.
But wait, I mean, was it like, because like I got this
So
happening
awesome.
2 times. When I was a kid, I always had a weird thing with the movie Beetlejuice. I really liked Tim Burton, but I
yeah?
I literally got sick in the theater. I came down with something.
What part?
No. Like my body was already in the process of
okay.
becoming ill, and I didn't know that. And I went to the movie, and as I was sitting there, and it is just kind of a weird vibe, I got sick. I went there healthy and left sick, and it gave me this weird sort of Pavlovian aversion to the movie. I associated it with sickness. Did you throw up coincidentally when you saw his dick, or did his dick make you throw up?
I listened to a comedian made a joke. I was younger. I think I was like in my teens. A comedian made a joke that the Kim Kardashian sex tape was really bad and hilarious. They're bad at sex and hilarious. That was like his bit, and I was like, oh, I've never really watched any sex. I wonder what's so funny about it. And literally I was still like in the whole religious cult thing. Literally having no barometer for what sex really looks like. I turned on this video and literally saw just a terrible video of like a dick getting sucked by Kim Kardashian, and it was just like a shock to my system. And I think that I don't think I was sick beforehand, but it was just like I'd never seen anybody else's anything. Like I'd never even looked at a picture, so it was a big shock. That was like my first experience seeing anything. I was younger.
So you went all the way from you hadn't had the experience a lot of us did of like finding the old Playboy on the train tracks and working your way up to seeing
nothing at
videos
all. My family's internet was like watched.
Right.
Yeah,
and then you do have the religious programming.
Yeah,
that had to have.
So it was just like immediately like and like that. It's I've seen stuff now. I've watched movies but
you can see dicks without barfing.
Yeah,
you're a big boy.
When I was in not long after that, one of my bullies put my phone number on not on Instagram, on Craigslist in the men seeking men section.
Oh fuck!
While I was at camp, and I got thousands of dick pics sent to my phone while I was at camp.
Did they make you vomit?
No, I was like, it was pictures, so I guess it was just like, it was a little jarring, but the vomiting was just like out of shock from like, I didn't even know what to expect from seeing somebody suck a good guy off. It was not what I wanted to see. I thought it was gonna be funny.
Yeah, I remember the first like grown up like man like sex dick that I ever saw was I found a dude had taken a picture of his dick with a Polaroid camera and then either dropped it or left it on purpose in the parking lot of a Mexican restaurant by my house.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
You just see Polaroid on the ground and you're a kid. You have nothing going on in your life. You're like, oh, what picture's that? You're like, oh, it's a grown...
You knew what it was immediately?
Oh, it's a grown man's penis.
Okay, yeah.
And it wasn't like...
Not yours.
It was not... No, mine didn't look anything like that at that point, and it was not a flattering shot. Ugh. It was like that overexposed,
also,
super...
You can't even like... I haven't taken a picture of my penis, but I imagine you want to like use that like backwards camera to like see... just with a Polaroid, you're just going for it. You're just like...
Yeah.
You don't have no idea what you're taking.
No.
And that also, that probably means... My guess is that it was just taken in the parking lot.
Oh God, I never.
Like I assume they didn't, unless they brought the
nude.
Polaroid with them.
It was enough of him. I could see he didn't have clothes on.
Okay, so it was somewhere else.
He may have just been the dick pic fairy that he took a bunch of those and he just went around town and dropped them here there.
You don't think it like fell out of his pocket or something?
I don't know. To this day, I really don't know what his angle was. I don't think it was anything good, but specifically what it was, I couldn't tell you.
Either situation's funny. Either they are the dick pic fairy, just like this will awaken somebody.
Yeah.
Or they're just a person that had one of those. And that they lost it, and then they go and be like,
see,
fuck.
As a kid, I assumed it was that. I didn't think about like people having weird perversions that they might get off on. Oh, I'm gonna go home and jerk off, thinking about people finding pictures. At the time, I was like, oh, his girlfriend lost this treasured picture of his dick. I just
That's
assumed.
probably the first time I've ever thought of it that way.
Keeps it in his
honestly.
wallet.
Just somebody like leaving that, and then
I have no idea.
that's why.
Was it a good dick?
Nothing about it was good.
Yeah, then he didn't have it in his wallet.
That was for you.
Polaroids are a little big for wallets.
Maybe it was a gay guy that gave it to him, and he was gay.
Yeah.
And he forgot it was in his jacket pocket, and then when he took his jacket off, it fell out.
Maybe.
There's a lot of possibilities of the journey this dick pit went on to get to in front of you.
Do you like Marvel movies? I say no. Maybe one or two are okay.
This is the toughest question we've had so far.
Yeah. I know that there's the warlock and the vampire and all that stuff, but they are kind of a theme park ride. They're the theme park ride version of movies, but they're cheesy, they're soulless, you're an intelligent
There's
person.
nothing to the imagination when it comes to them.
Exactly. You're a discerning viewer and you know that they're
so basic.
Uh-huh.
They like fun.
They like fun.
And they have a lot of spare time.
Puzzling takes a lot of time.
Ooh, they're trying to throw me off. I see what's going on there.
Time.
Fuck it. No.
I stand by my yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Tully?
definitely
I said no.
Definitely no now. I think I was kind of young when I was still in my teens when like Iron Man came out and like the MCU started, and I loved them at the time, but
not now.
Not to me that is now.
Yes.
It's
Fuck
no.
yeah.
The game is not, did you used to like it?
That's right. It's right now.
It's now.
Suck it, Billy.
Yeah, Billy.
Yeah, Billy, you're wrong.
Don't you eat another donut, you fucking dickhead.
All right.
Also, Blade's barely. Blade's an action movie.
Oh,
It's
man,
like the same
I'm
as
losing.
Speed or.
Yeah. No, it's different, but it seemed like a pertinent clue.
Yeah, no, for sure.
We have a tie.
Ooh.
Tully and Jason.
Okay, so why don't we just do a couple kind of speed round until we settle this?
What does the winner get?
Glory.
Okay.
Donuts.
The rest of the.
As long as Billy doesn't eat them all.
Where
You
do you
guys take
stand?
too many core questions, they're not going to be here.
Come on.
Where do you stand on barbecue potato chips?
Man, these are so tough, Michael. Good questions.
These are good questions.
Barbecue. They like barbecue. But barbecue chips suck.
They totally suck.
Yeah. No.
I'm going yes.
Yes.
Fuck!
All right.
Tully wins.
North Carolina,
Simple.
baby.
That's right. Yeah, that's true.
Well, lesson learned.
It is funny though, because whenever Jason has an opinion about no, he's like, "No, they're awful. They would hate zoos. Zoos are terrible." I'm like, "Yeah, but I like them." It's
Right.
immediately guilt. I'm like, "No, but I do like."
I come with a lot of passion, JP. No matter what it is.
Well, I
very
think
passionate.
we all have that tendency. If you like something, it's like, well, shouldn't everybody be able to see what's good about this? And when
Yeah.
you hate something, the
No,
same.
yeah, me too.
Especially the torture of animals.
I know. I have flaws.
JB, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you too.
Nice to get to know you.
Hey,
Even though
yeah.
I've seen you several times.
Yeah, this has been nice. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on the show. Thanks everybody for listening. We'll be back because that's what we do. This is our jobs.
And even before we're back here, we'll be back somewhere else at patreon.com/EllisMate, where there's way more of this show every single week than what you get here on the free pod.
Don't die.
Yeah,
die.
definitely don't die.